Hey, hello, Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. Well, I just wanted to give you a little update. On what's happening here. Okay. I know I'll get over 80,000 views on this video. So I want it to be a good one. Well, the thing that was stressing me out was that I had to go back to the doctor. I've been to the doctor, I guess, since like 2012. Because I had thyroid cancer and all that. So, when I got it's August the 8th. My birthday is on the 13th. And I would like to thank everyone for the hundreds of presents you sent me. This is a present that was sent to me by my grandchildren. I'm waiting until my birthday to open it up. This is what my grandchildren gave me when they were real little. They made all of these little beads for me out of clay, and I strung them up on this piece of plastic wire. So I have no idea what's inside there. So I'm looking forward to that. So I had to go to the so after I turned 65, or on the first day of my birthday month, I'm on the Medicare system. So I call for an appointment. The doctor sends the order to the lab so that I can go in and get a blood test. So I show up, go in, get the blood test. The very next day, his assistant, an RN, calls and gives me the results of the blood test. That everything is within normal range. It's testing the effectiveness of the levothyroxine, which is the medication that I have to take. And I said, well, what about the marker for the cancer? That wasn't part of the test. I freaked out on the phone. I literally freaked out. I've been freaking out for a while, you know. So, this poor innocent nurse, you know, is a guy. It wasn't like I reamed the guy an asshole because I knew it wasn't his fault, but I was just so frustrated. You know, that's the only reason I'm going back to the doctor, is to find out about what's happening with the cancer. I'm not going back because the medication is making me, you know, sneeze every 2 minutes. I'm not doing that. I just want to find out about the cancer situation. So it wasn't on the test, so I was really fucking pissed off. I says, okay, I'll set up a phone conversation with the doctor for tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait till fucking 4 o'clock. So I say, okay, you know, do all that shit. I get off the phone with him, I call the doctor. Doctor picks up the phone, you know, so I'm chatting with him about the phone call, you know. And it's just basically, make a long story short, put in another order for the blood test. So then I went the next day, got the blood test, came back Friday with the appointment, the blood test, A-OK. Exactly the same as it was prior. Now, this is something that I'm telling you this so that you can understand a little bit about what I'm going through and what doctors and people, what they do. Number one, you know, there was no excuse for not giving me the right information. I had to pay. Now I have to pay for 2 blood tests, I guess. What are they going to do? They're going to give me a deal? I don't know what they're going to do. But I have to pay for 2 blood tests, which 1 blood test would have done it. Or at least, the puncture or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care at this point. Because everything turned out good, and so I'm healthy. But you have to talk to the doctor. The doctor, I love my doctor. He's really good. I think doctors are swamped and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, the nurse was telling me that my TSH, I think it is, was fine. It was within normal range. Well, after I talked to the doctor, he says, well, that you're not a normal thyroid patient. You're a cancer patient, basically what he told me. So what it is, from what I got out of it, is that that your brain is basically producing information to your body. We need more we need thyroid medication. We need thyroid hormone. Typed out. There's a little thing in your brain types out this little order to send to the thyroid. But I don't have a thyroid. But I guess the brain did its job, and that's the end of that. They just keep typing out the same order. If nothing happens, whatever it does. So, but the thing with that particular type of medication for a thyroid cancer patient is that if the brain sends out this information to send in 1 cup of freaking stuff or whatever it is, if there's 1 cell in your body that's a thyroid cell, then it starts trying to do what it's supposed to do. And so from what I gathered, that if there's a cell in your body that has a cancer attached to it that deals with the thyroid cancer, then it starts doing its thing, and that might not be a good thing. That wouldn't be a good thing. Okay. So for cancer patients, you don't have a particular range, because the range that he gave me, I said, well, what's the range? He said, it's from over here to over there, and I was basically dead in center, and I thought, okay, that's great. That's fine. But when I talked to the doctor, it's like way over here for cancer patients. So that's why they increased my dosage for my medication. So I have to go in and get a higher dose to bring it down. And I think that is a recent conclusion but that's what I understood in the phone conversation. I was so fucking pissed off. I was trying to keep it under wraps, So, but from what I gathered, they changed that to where basically they don't want the thyroids typing out any information to go and do anything. They don't want that. They want it as low as possible. So that's why I'm going to get a higher dosage of the levothyroxine. So that was good. And so all the markers were the same. And I said, well, I said, well, what about the cancer? Basically, and I said, basically, I'm cancer free. And he said, yeah, I'm 99.999% sure you don't have cancer. Basically, what he said, he says, he also said, you don't know what's going to happen with that kind of stuff. But, basically, it didn't change and everything's fine. So I feel good about that. Thank God. Thank God. So then I talked to him about my inability to concentrate and get anything done and finish any cycles or anything like that. And I told him that the Adderall, it works, but that I don't like the idea of being on pharmaceutical grade speed. Because it works, but it gives you, it doesn't, I've done speed before, and speed is like, when you're on speed, you're on speed. It's like, it. It's like with my buddy who dosed himself with the LSD. I mean, he had experience with LSD, so he knew he was on LSD. So so it's a low level speed, but it's still freaking speed. That's what I think it is. And so I told him, I said, it works, but I can't take it on a regular basis because I just don't like the way I feel. And so he recommended stuff called Wellbutrin. So I wasn't happy about that either. But he said it's a cleaner. See, he got me. He said it's a cleaner drug or whatever, cleaner medication. And I like that because I want something that's clean. Like this freaking Adderall, I'm not saying it's dirty, but I mean, if you're feeling it, you don't want to be feeling it. I mean, I don't, because I don't want to have a feeling in my body that's telling my brain, hey, you really like that, keep doing it, because that's not my goal is to be totally drug free. So anyway, I'm going to try this Wellbutrin, and I asked him about, so it's not like an addictive thing, but with all things, eat a bucket of freaking ice cream and 5 gallons of fucking coffee a day, you're addicted. So I don't want that. But anyway, that's the update. That's the update. And on the 17th, Pat's coming over. We're going to have another shit thrown away party. Matter of fact, I got to remind myself to send him a message to bring his weed whacker so we can do some weed whackage over here. And I think he likes to do the weed whacker. I think he's all into the weed whacker. This is a package. This is the package. I'm working on this series. I can't show you the interior of it. I'll show you. This is a prototype thing I made. This is going to be, now with the exception of this bulge right here. This bulge is going to be gone. And then this right here, because this bulge right here was made for another purpose. There's a purpose for that, but it's not necessary to talk about that. But so those packages over there are going to get this sort of treatment. This package had a sticker on it for mailing. So this is a prototype, but it's basically those packages over there are going to look similar to this package here, so that a person will cut it and then open it up, and then interior is the piece. So this piece right here, and they have different, it's obvious that they have different types of looks right there, different types of, because I did them as I was doing them. So the first one was different. They're all different, but they're all the same. They all are the containers for those pieces that I'm working on. Well, anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update as to what's going on out there in the wonderful, delightful world of Hello Rodney. Because I know that all of you have been just dying to find out what's going on with the wonderful, gracious, incredibly modest Hello Rodney. So obviously I haven't been making very many videos because I really don't have anything to say. And rather than not have anything to say and saying it anyway, I'll just not do it right now. But I wanted to give you an update because I know that hundreds of you have been just wondering about how is he? How is Rodney? Oh, hello Rodney, how are you? I'm fine. fine. So, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.